Says I'm live, but I'm not live. But it's not showing it live. There it is. I can hear audio, I'm okay. The Discord catch up here. The viewership catch up. And we'll do this live sims action here. Playoffs. Everyone's involved now, technically. Actually, there's two teams that aren't involved, I should say. Right? Because I don't think the losers of the wild card round go into the. Yeah, they don't go into the prediction tournament or whatever. Not the prediction tournament, the lottery tournament that's going on between non-playoff teams. So technically, the two losers of the first the wild card round, so Vancouver and Davos. Womp. You're the only ones with nothing going on right now. That's what you get for losing the wild card round. Fucking Vancouver, Davos. Anyway, let's get this shit going. uh, get the ratings loaded, and then we had 4 sets of lines for 8 teams. So obviously, some of the teams are perfectly happy. Rolling over, you can see I had just popped that ratings file like 8 minutes ago. How's everyone doing? It's Friday. The week is almost over. Although, you know, time. What is time? There we are. I just watched the new Bill and Ted movie. It was interesting. It had moments. Anthony Carrigan was really good in it, but he's really good in anything. If you don't know who he is, Google him. He's amazing in Barry. Okay. Let's see who sent lines in. I was just looking to see. Okay. You're not behind. Nobody's behind. There's nobody behind, although it only says that one of you is here, so you might be the only one ahead. Ouija'd? Like the board? Anyway, lines were Moscow, Riga, Helsinki, Seattle. So I like to do them in the order they send them in. It's easier to remember. Playoffs. Malmo and Calgary had already, like, Malmo had sent in lines and just been running with it in Calgary, pre-sent in lines. So that if I'll load Calgary's again just to be safe. I know that Malmo's are okay because they were just playing. Also, the 337. Don't worry. I know I normally complain about GMs doing stuff like playoffs, but Hedgehog always does that. So I forgive him because he understands. And Da Bears. Who's everyone cheering for? I know who Ban is cheering for. Obviously, Da Bears. Who else do we got in chat cheering for? I saw the New York GM there. New York's not in it though, right? Well, yes, they are. What am I talking about? They just didn't want to send in lines. Of course they're in it. Me. New York's not in it. I'm with it. All I know is LA's not in it, so, you know. After that, I was just like, I just hit the buttons. Okay. Go Dragons, go. Yeah, that's who Ban is cheering for real. I think he's trying to do the reverse sim luck thing. He's trying to be humble enough so that the sim loves him for his humility. Yeah, I'm cheering for Warsaw. Warsaw in the other tournament or whatever. The non-playoff. I said I'd load Calgary's too, actually, just to be on the safe side since they didn't get a... I remember loading them before, but let's just make sure. Okay. Here we go. Take a sip of my tea here. What do we got? How many games? First two of every series is what we will be playing. 1, 2. So that'll be the last team. So we got 8 games, right? Yeah, 11, 41, 48. Oh, hello, yeah, Blake Campbell, the one and only. It's only the North American Conference is paying attention right now, aka Seattle and New York. So I'm pretty sure that's SO. All right, it's good because yeah, what do we call it? Oh, BNC or something? I don't know. But there's a worth. I don't know. You know what? Let's just get going. First game in the first round, or sorry, this is the second round. This is the semi-conference finals between DC and Seattle and New York and Calgary. We got game 1 action, and game 2 action will be coming up today too. But we'll get started with game 1. Seattle takes a 1-0 series lead over DC with a 4-2 victory, and the Calgary Wranglers take a 1-0 series lead with a 3-1 victory over the New York Americans in the first action of the semi-conference finals. Over to the European Conference, where we are getting started with the same thing, game 1 in both of those series in these semi-conferences. Malmo with an overtime victory over Helsinki 4-3 will take a 1-0 series lead. Meanwhile, Riga starches Moscow 7-4. Riga offense showing up in the playoffs. You don't see 7 in the playoffs often, even in our sim. That gives Riga a 1-0 series lead. Let's see what game 2 brings for all of these teams. Over in the North American Conference, we got games 2 here. What am I counting? Game 2. The button's been hit. Seattle blanks DC 3-0. They take a 2-0 series lead. Seattle looking good. Meanwhile, New York gets one back with a 3-2 victory, and they've evened the series at 1 apiece. Game 2 in the European Conference. What do we got? Hit the button fast. There we go. Helsinki wins over Malmo 5-2. Malmo with the first game upset, so they're probably happy taking one, but it's a 1-1 series over there. And Moscow, after getting starched by 7 goals in the first game, shows up huge 5-1 victory. Both of these series are tied at 1 apiece, so only Seattle showing the dominance out the gate. Some back and forth seesaw action in the rest of the games. Thanks y'all for tuning in. I'll get these games outputted and uploaded, and that's that. Tomorrow we'll be back with games 3 and 4, so get your lines in now while you can, as it were. There was no sweep. Malmo with a 5-1 victory. That's pretty big. Everyone's gonna have to see exactly how well people did as individuals in a second.